Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and I thought it was time to go ahead and do my 25 weeks pregnancy update because it is Tuesday when my weeks roll over for my pregnancy and I am officially 25 weeks pregnant. I did have my doctor's appointment last week. Everything went really well. It was a pretty quick appointment. It was kind of like an in and out type of thing. She measured my uterus, with like the tape measure thing where they go across your belly. And she said everything is measuring on track, checked his heartbeat. His heartbeat is doing really good, really healthy, and sent me out the door. Apparently I have gained about 10 to 15 pounds so far in my pregnancy. They went ahead and weighed me, and I was about 10 pounds heavier than my starting weight, give or take a little bit. If my starting weight was like 265 if I had a completely empty stomach, like nothing in my system. But like the second I ate anything or had anything like in my system, I was weighing about 270. So they weighed me in at about, I was weighing in at 280 at the doctor's appointment. So getting close to the starting weight from when I started trying to lose weight before I got pregnant. But I'm a little over halfway through my pregnancy. I've got like 3 months left. Hopefully I don't gain a whole lot more than that, and then I'll just be like at the beginning, like back to square one from when I started trying to lose weight last year. Otherwise, like I said, everything's going really well. My doctor hasn't been too concerned about my weight or hasn't really said anything about it. She did set me up to go take the glucose test. I'm not really sure if that's what you call it, but it's a test to see if I have gestational diabetes, which to my knowledge every pregnant person has to take it, and I will be taking mine at the end of the month. I'm not looking forward to that. I've seen mixed reviews on how fun that test is to take. Some people don't mind it, some people hate it. So we'll see how it goes for me. Otherwise the doctor's appointment went really well. Again, not a whole lot going on as far as my pregnancy is concerned, though I do feel like I'm starting to show more, which is exciting. But things have just been really smooth sailing. I have had a few symptoms, I guess, worth talking about. Okay, so the biggest thing that's really been going on that's been causing me problems is the back pain. The back pain is getting noticeably worse. My husband has to rub my back more often. Sitting long periods of time causes my back to hurt. Standing long periods of time causes my back to hurt. Bending over a lot causes my back to hurt. And most recently I've started having back pain where it like starts up towards the middle of my rib cage on my back. It's always on the right hand side, and it will go all the way down to my hips, and it's like my muscles are on fire, and it's extremely painful, and I can't get comfortable, and nothing really seems to work other than trying to stretch. And typically from stretching, my back will eventually pop kind of like up higher, and then it's like a release and like the pain goes away. So not entirely sure what's going on with that, but it's very uncomfortable, and it happens more often than I would like. It's not an everyday thing, but it does happen frequently, and it is very uncomfortable. Just the regular back pain, I've also been having that as well, where it feels like the muscles on the lower part of my spine, right above my hips, just feel like they get really tight. I talked about this in my 24 weeks pregnancy update. That's still happening, but it seems to be harder and harder to get rid of and get it to go away. I have taken to having to sleep with like a pillow under my back some nights just because the pain gets so bad, and I just like, as soon as I lay down in my bed and my back is flat, it's just painful. I mean, it's painful to begin with, then laying down it's like extra painful, and then it's like a little bit of like rotating my hips and getting my back to pop some, that the pain kind of eases and I can get comfortable. But I'm still having a really hard time sleeping, getting comfortable enough to sleep at night. I haven't been getting the best sleep. My pregnancy pillow does wonders. It does a lot to help. If you are pregnant and haven't gotten one yet, I highly recommend it because it really does a lot to ease your discomforts and make things more comfortable. But nevertheless, I'm still having the back pain, and it is just almost unbearable on the nights when it just gets that bad. Now, it's not like that bad every night, but I'd say a couple of times a week it does get that bad, where it's just, for nothing, I can't get comfortable. The other pain I've been having is I get a burning sensation in the tissues around my hips, or like in my hip joints when I lay on my side. That gets really uncomfortable, and it's getting hard to find a position because I can't sleep on my stomach anymore because my belly is getting too round and too hard. I haven't been able to sleep on my stomach for a while, so I've been sleeping on my back or on my side, and sleeping on my back gets painful. And sleeping on my side gets painful, so it's just not been fun for me. Yeah, the burning sensation in my hips is just, it's really uncomfortable. It's almost, I would almost describe it like a cramping sensation, but it's just like the muscles are just burning, and it's really hard to get comfortable when laying on my side. That's kind of everything for the pain. I did think before my my last doctor's appointment, I thought I may have been getting a bladder infection because I was getting a burning sensation in the lower part of my stomach around where my bladder would be located, which I asked my doctor, and she tested me for bladder infection. Everything came back negative, so I don't have one. I'm guessing that was just things stretching and moving around, but it was uncomfortable for a few days, and I seriously thought I was starting to develop a bladder infection. Last thing to talk about here, I mean, again, there hasn't, other than like these aches and pains, like I feel like I'm an 80-year-old woman. Everything's popping and creaking on me, and I move all weird, and like when I first wake up in the morning, or like before I go to bed, like I'm like slow as a turtle and not getting around well. But other than all of that, everything's been going fairly well. Once I get up and going for the day, I'm normally pretty good, but it's the getting up and getting going that's hard, and laying down to go to bed, which is really uncomfortable. But other than that, I guess the only kind of funny thing I've noticed going on with the baby, as I mentioned earlier, I'm definitely feeling movements more often. I'm definitely feeling them in the mornings and in the evenings. And what I've noticed that's kind of funny is that if I'm laying in bed and I'm quiet, he will just kick up a storm, but the second I talk or say anything, he stops moving. And it can be 10 to 20 minutes before he starts moving again. And I just thought that was kind of funny, because there's been several times when he's really been going, and I've nudged my husband and be like, hey, the baby's moving, do you want to feel it? And he'll put his hand on my belly to feel the baby move, and it stops. It just stops. No more movement, it stops, because I talked. It's like if I don't talk and don't say anything, he'll keep moving. But if the second I say anything, when it's quiet and I'm just laying down all comfortable, he stops moving. So I just thought that was kind of funny. But other than that, everything's been going really well. There hasn't really been any issues. Just normal day-to-day parts of pregnancy, I guess. So I'll go ahead and show you guys my belly, and we can kind of wrap things up. So this is what my belly is looking like. I actually think I wore this shirt for my 24 weeks pregnancy update. It is getting shorter on me. It was longer on me when I first got it, and in my my Family Dollar haul and all that stuff, the shirt was longer. So definitely getting bigger, more rounded. I have on one of my maternity tanks today. It's really comfortable. I really like it. Goes down longer the way I prefer it, but definitely getting a more rounded belly going on, which is kind of exciting, kind of fun. That's just kind of what everything looks like. So still not like super huge or super out there, but definitely getting more rounded. So that's everything for my 25 weeks pregnancy update. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you've not already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.